Hey guys, welcome to the jungle. If you're new to my channel, right now we're training for the South Thailand Motocross Championship, and my background is I've studied nanoscience. I'm a motocross racer and I'm also a motocross coach. I've coached hundreds of people from all around the world. So my channel will have like a flavor of science from my nanoscience, so quite logical explanations, and also it has a flavor of real life application and structuring training, starting with the foundation and then building on top of that. This comes from my real life coaching experience. Oh, I think we got some guests here in the studio. Hey buddy! Anyways, in this video we're going to be talking about how learning actually works. And in case you are never heard anything about this, learning, in case you're a human, which we will assume in this video that you are, learning is all about neural network adaptations. And I've studied this subject a bit. The funny thing is, I've learned more about how human mind works by studying the development of AI, neural networks. And then through understanding AI, I understand human neural networks better. And therefore I can use it in my coaching, which is pretty cool. So let's talk about how learning works, okay? So I made 4 points that are part of the process of learning. And from the beginning, the most important thing, starting with point number 1, is that you know what's the right way to do whatever you're trying to learn, okay? Neural networks needs a goal to achieve. So the goal will be doing things the right way and getting better at it and eventually becoming automatic at doing it like this as a habit, okay? So first of all, what's the right way to do whatever technique or skill you need to learn? You need to figure that out. And a way to do that is talk to your coach, okay? The next step is focus only on one skill at a time. And that is because human attention has a limited capacity on focusing. You cannot focus on developing 50 skills at the same time, because human attention can only contain 1 or maybe 2 things at the same time, preferably 1, because then it will be more efficient and fast with the adaptations. Focus on one thing at a time when you're training. Just say, okay, in this moto, I'm only gonna train this, and then only focus on this skill, okay? Okay, step number 3 is you have to repeat a lot. The neural network reinforcement process is formed through repetition of trying to do things the right way. The more times you repeat and the more time you successfully do it the right way and recognize that you have done it the right way, the faster you will form the new skill and the neural network in your brain, basically rewiring your brain to support this activity, and that way you will get to automation quicker. And that's the next point. So step number 4 is to reach the level of skill where it becomes automatic. Or you could also say in another way, at step number 4, when you've repeated it enough times, it starts to be unconscious, which is pretty interesting, right? So another way of saying that you have acquired a skill is when you're starting to do it without even thinking about it. That could be something like just foot position, like riding 90% of the time with the balls of the feet on the foot pegs. That could be a very important skill. And then only shifting forward when you need to operate the pedals or in some other special cases. So a definition of having acquired the skill is when you're starting to do it unconsciously without thinking about it, okay? So that is how learning works, and it's the same way that neural networks in digital computer format are formed, without getting into like deep detail and how it works, but it's all based on goal and repetition shapes the network. And don't blame yourself for making mistakes during this repetition. It's actually a part of the learning process, When you make a mistake and you realize, oh, that wasn't optimal, then just move on and say to yourself, oh, I can do it better on the next lap. And usually you will. So that helps also the neural network to discard the wrong training, so to speak, and then it will reinforce the network that creates the correct outcome. So this was a pretty useful video for training, and if you liked it, give it a like. If you know some friends that you may think will learn from this, here we are learning about learning, then you can share it with your friend. Thank you for watching and see you on the next one.